Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be looking at how to create viral video ads for e-commerce products. So if you're interested in this sort of content, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Welcome if you are new here and welcome back if you are not. My name is Jonny Bradley and I'm the founder of Seller Pro Academy, where we help change people's lives one product at a time so ordinary people can make extraordinary things. Now today I'm joined by a very, very special guest. He is the CEO of EcomVids, and what we're going to be going through today is how to create a viral video ad for an e-commerce product. They have done this for many, many clients, generating millions and millions of dollars and pounds worth of revenue for their clients just using viral video ads, and they have cracked the code. So in 1 second we're going to get on the call with Jon, and we're going to go through a whole bunch of content. So really looking forward to this. Make sure that you're following them on Instagram, you go to their website and all that sort of stuff. Without further ado, let's call him up and ask him for all his secrets. Awesome, guys. So we now have Jon Reyes. Welcome. I've got so many questions to go over, but I think it would be good if we can just start off just explaining to everyone, I guess, who you are, what you do, and how did EcomVids come about?
Yeah, definitely. First off, I want to thank you, Jonny, for having this interview. Just having the chance to actually work together, it was really awesome. And your following has been incredible, and the value that you provide to e-commerce sellers is just, it's great. And I think what you're doing for the community is just something that more people need, and honesty and integrity. So yeah, I'm super grateful, man. But yeah, I started, I've been an entrepreneur for about 7 years. Got started in like 2013 as a graphic designer, doing like really, really shady black hat trial offers. And I learned how to do direct response marketing through a really like top agency guy. And essentially, after learning all the ropes, me and my previous business partners, we got into the e-commerce and we started selling supplements ourselves. And we were really big on Amazon. We were doing a lot of AdWords. And then in 2016, what happened with me is that I got way too comfortable and complacent, and my partners bought me out of my own company. And wow. So this period where I was really like left distraught and didn't have clear direction in where I wanted to go, I was trying a bunch of different things. I tried to do supplements again. I tried to do YouTube. I tried to do pretty much anything I can get my hands on, because at that time when you're lost, you're just like, you thought you had everything, but then when you lose it all, you're just, oh crap, what do I do now? Yeah. So got into the dropshipping stuff, and I found that it actually worked. It took a long time to get things rolling, but I learned a lot of bad habits, I'll tell you that. So stealing content, right? A lot of people are just ripping each other's ads. I was one of those people. And Q4 was around, I think, was it 2 years ago? And I had scaled my first mega winner, and I thought everything was good. I was like, okay, I can retire. I'm stoked, right? You're making all this money. You don't realize there's so many logistical issues, chargebacks, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh crap, like this is really scary. And eventually, my creatives died out. I got copyright infringement, like my ad accounts were getting taken down, and it was just a mess. And I realized at that point, like, this is not a sustainable business model. Dropshipping is not a sustainable business model. And the reason is because everyone's just stealing content, and it's not authentic, and you can't scale you can't scale indefinitely because you're at risk, right? For getting shut down or getting caught. And that's when I came up with the idea of EcomVids, because I was like, I need a service that will provide video content that's legitimate, copyright free, and converts, right? Because there really wasn't anything out there that was providing this service at a really affordable rate. So in 2018, in March, I founded this company and charged literally $99 a video, just so we could get our name out there and learn how to do it. And fast forward today, we've done over 4,000 videos. We have a team of over 40. We have a full production studio. We have 2 warehouses. We have two editing divisions in Serbia and the Philippines. It's wild. We've grown so much, and our understanding of video ads has just increased like no other. And we're just so excited to be in this industry where we're actually making a difference for e-commerce sellers, because no one has really put the time and effort into understanding and defining a lot of these video concepts, because, you know, for the most part, it just seems kind of random, or like you hear some theories here and there, but we're doing it every day. You know, 4,000 videos tells you something. We have the data.
Very short period of time as well. That's what, a year and about a year.
Yeah, a little bit over a year. Yeah, so we've been grinding nonstop. You know, it hasn't been easy by any means, but you know, the team is super committed to growing, and we're constantly trying to push the envelope every single day.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that, I think, again, that's a testament to what you got. And that's why I really wanted to work with you guys, because I saw the content you were putting out and I was like, this is really, really helpful, because something that I talk about is that something that's like beautiful doesn't necessarily mean that it converts. But you could have a great looking ad, but it could just perform like shit because it's not very good. We'll get into that in a minute as well. So I have a question. Like, you said that you've obviously been doing this at the very beginning, charging like $99, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Was there like an aha moment when you're like, oh, this is the code, this is the viral code that you can actually replicate like viral success videos?
Yes. So ever since the beginning, we've been trying to define that process, and it's been evolving since day one, right? And it just comes with experience doing it every day and seeing all the different niches and all the different products, and seeing how they perform. And we've been defining it down to a second, because we have to be that precise, because we're in a game of attention. We're not in a game of cinematics or you know, movies or entertainment. Or we are entertainment, but at the end of the day, we're fighting for attention. So we've been able to create our own viral video template that has very, very precise, I would say, sequencing from the 2 second to 3 second mark, from the 3 second to 5 second mark. So all these things are positioned in a way to, one, stop you in your feed, right? So we call this the scroll stopper, right? So when you're going through, you're not thinking about buying anything, right? So you're just here, you're probably looking at pictures of your crush, or, you know, watching stupid cat videos. Yeah. And a scroll stopper is supposed to make you literally stop where you're at in your feed and watch this video. And a lot of the times, a scroll stopper isn't what you think. It's usually something that's random or out there, or, you know, completely, you know, for example, if you see something strange, you're going to be like, what is that? Right?
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Its purpose is to get your attention.
Yeah. And just to stop you there, there's something really, because you worked with Hydrofuel, so with the new bottle, and when you showed me the video, right, when you sent the video over, because I hadn't seen it up to that point. We'll talk about the kind of creative process in a little bit. But one of the first call to actions was, this bottle is smarter than you. And I was like, yes, that's perfect. Like, I'm really like, what? That stops you. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And sometimes when I'm scrolling on Facebook, I stop and I always think to myself, why did I stop on that image or that video? What was it about it? And so you've kind of cracked that code of, actually, whatever product you're given, you're able to then work out, okay, how do we stop people for this particular product?
Absolutely. And there's various different ways of doing it, right? In that sense, it's a call out, it's a caption call out, right? You know, it's something that's going to, you're almost like intrigued by it, right? It's this level of curiosity that you're like, hey, how is a water bottle smarter than you? I'm gonna keep watching, right? So there's multiple ways of that we have that we use for different types of products. So it's a pretty amazing process. And we like to think of it as, you know, once we get your attention, we got to hook you in, right, to keep your attention. And once you're able to keep that attention, then we can introduce the product, and we can take you on this roller coaster ride of benefits, features, demonstrations, testimonials, and really just like drive you into this, oh my gosh, this looks so amazing, I want this. And boom, call to action. Then you're making moves towards buying the product. So we really want to we want to have a pulse on all of the emotional aspects, all the persuasive aspects, and make sure that the timing is just right too, because there's usually a drop off in your view time, right? So when it starts to view down, we like to incorporate really engaging stuff to re-engage the person with like different media, maybe change it up with images or throw a testimonial in there or an animation, right? So it's like, oh, okay, the interest is still there. So our goal is to try to get them to watch the whole thing and also click through. So yeah, that's what we've been refining over the past year and a half.
That's incredible. That's great work. And yeah, 4,000 videos through, you've nailed it. Absolutely. So I guess some of the concerns that I would always have with like video ads is like, how do you know if your product is there perfect products? Are there products that just like you see them and you're like, well, this is going to be hard to market. I think that's something that someone needs to consider maybe when they're thinking about doing advertising on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. So how do you find that?
Absolutely. I mean, products range from really simple to really complex, and it all depends on how much, like, I would say it depends on the channel that you're advertising. Obviously there's products that are so easily demonstratable that it's very, very, very simple, or not very simple, but to engage someone because the product just works, right? So for example, have you seen that ab stimulator, the 6-pack ab stimulator? That's a really hot product. People just like to see the results of it, right? So if your product can't convey results immediately, then it's going to be a little bit of a harder sell. So like for products that show either before and after, or, that immediate result, you could probably angle it in a way to make it successful really quickly. However, if something needs a little bit more education, you're going to take a longer approach to one, getting the person, interested and engaged and informed, and then and then push them to take action. But, we work with such a range of products that we know when to go all with like the action, and we know when to go with the informative and like the trust building, because sometimes you'll get apps and a little bit more complex apps, and you're like, okay, if someone doesn't know anything about this product or service, it's your responsibility to make sure they understand the thing fully, and that it makes, it's important to their lives. And so we do that here in various different ways, but it's just essentially like, okay, we have different, I would say, styles for products that like show results, and we have different styles for products that take a little bit more convincing.
Nice. Yeah. So I think I guess the moral of that story is that you have to just adapt the creative, obviously, to the type of product that it is and the type of ad that it lends itself to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like we've kind of discussed like what is the perfect ad as such, and obviously I'm not going to ask you to give away your secrets, but have you found, like, if you've had some of your clients that have had like crazy successful ad, was there something that particularly that you did in that ad that made it so crazy successful? Or was there something that maybe that they did with like the actual products being good or their advertising strategy being good?
I think it really boils down to the creative and the angle that you pursue, on top of actually knowing how to run ads, of course. But I'll quickly mention, a lot of people will try to force a bad ad into a good ad, and that's just an easy way to waste your money, right? So in our cases, the videos that do extremely well are the ones that really have that wow factor. A product that actually works, that we can demonstrate fully in multiple different angles, and really showcase the variety of the product's uses in ways that people would never imagine, right? And really it's about like taking the ordinary and mixing it with like the extraordinary, because, you know, people want to just be stimulated at the end of the day. And when you're able to take, let's say, I don't know, a cookie and like blow this cookie up, right? It becomes something else, right? So like we try to take like two opposite worlds and combine them. And essentially that's what people like to see on social media. So it's all about also like human connection too. If you're going to be going that route, like authenticity is very, very important. People don't want to know that they're being sold to. And we try to direct our actors to be as natural as possible. And to use the product and to really engage themselves in it so that they have this own personal testimony to it. And that works extremely well when people believe what people are saying and truly own it. Like it's a no-brainer, right? Because if you know that, if you like that person, if you like the words that they're saying, if they're communicating in a way that speaks to you, you instantly created that bond and that trust. And that's what's going to get you that sale.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about your team for a bit, because and just to make you aware, guys, I'll play the ad at the end of this interview, so you guys can see it, just so you can see what you guys can create. I haven't actually shared this yet, so you're getting exclusive. You have to wait until the end. Your team. You said earlier you got a massive team, multi-national or multi-locations. But the thing I remember when I first saw you guys, which was through an advert. Is when I first reached, this was quite a while ago. This is before we even created Hydrofuel. I saw one of your ads and it was taking it through your warehouse or your studio. And it was a perfect ad, because I was like, oh my God, all this cool stuff's happening. And then you turn the corner, there's another set and there's another set. And we'll try and throw some shots of that up. But that means you basically can record pretty much anything all in one go. So how many people do you have working kind of in that space? Like actors like readily available, different scenes you've got, and how long did it maybe take to create that space that you needed? Yeah.
So we have 19 people working at our warehouse studio. And it's a full-time thing, man. Production is not easy. Production is ongoing. You're on your feet. You're always thinking. And, you know, we have 3 videography teams. We have a casting director who brings in all the talent. We have script writers in-house. We have directors. We have photographers. We have builders, like fabrication people. And we have managers. So it's a pretty well-oiled machine. And, you know, we can shoot up to, 10 solid videos in a day. Like, that's like a full production. Simultaneously, we'll be shooting different videos with different sets, because some require audio, some don't require audio. And you can see these guys like going back and forth, just really well oiled. And that's how we've been able to produce so much, is because we've really tried to make our entire company as efficient as possible. We're not nowhere near like where we want to be yet, but in terms of where we started to where we are now, we've been able to produce so much more. And it's pretty cool seeing all these people come in and out. The actors, they have a great time. We have, our actors range from all ages, so seeing them come in and be a part of, production like this, and then seeing their videos go viral is like also really cool to watch.
That's amazing. And that, I think, and then for anyone wondering if you want to do this for yourself, you can literally, you have everything covered. So you have basically, like you said, like any actors, you need dogs, cats, babies, any scene, outside, inside, basically you can do everything. And that kind of leads me on to my next question, which is like, how much of, there's two things I want to ask. Like, how much of an understanding does your client need to have about ads? And kind of what do you need from them? Like, how much input do you need from your client so you can make a really killer ad?
Definitely. So we have a pretty hands-off process. You filled out a questionnaire. We have a questionnaire that basically asks all the key features and benefits of your product, what type of actor you want, what demographic is your product targeting, any previous ads that you want us to model after, any specific locations you want us to shoot at, any requirements. All this data for us, essentially what we bring in, what we assimilate and formulate, an amazing ad from. So it really depends on the client. If you guys want to be 100% hands off, we'll handle it. You know what I mean? You can trust that we'll do all the product research and find the competitors and make sure that we find the unique marketing angle. Or if you kind of want to be more hands on, you can schedule a call with us and let us know what your vision is. So it really depends on the person. And what we're building out right now is actually some resources to help people who don't have experience with media buying, get their assets in the right places and actually use them to the most advantage that they have. Because a lot of people sometimes don't understand, that one creative asset could be used in so many different ways, and they're just not aware of it. So we're working towards making our process a full-fledged start to finish kind of process for our clients, from getting their video to launching their video to testing their video and to use it in multiple different platforms. So yeah, that's what we're working on right now. But at the end of the day, it's really up to them. We try to keep it as hands off and easy as possible.
So you basically, the client doesn't need to be a marketing expert. They just need to know what their product is and why it's good, basically. And then you guys can be like, right, okay, this is how we're going to market these features and these products to their target audience, which is really cool. So that's what I liked about you guys, is that you filled out a questionnaire. I put in what I thought was relevant, and you took it and you're like, okay, this is how we're going to communicate those benefits, and in the right order as well, which is really important. How we're going to do the call out to the audience. Very hands off. Personally, my experience was extremely hands off. I filled out the one questionnaire, and then like later on, I got a video, and I was like, okay, cool. Not later on that day, it's a day, guys. That's really cool. So just before we we finish this up, I just wanted to clarify the type of ad that we did. I believe I might have the terminology wrong. I think we did like viral video ads, I think was the one that we did. But I'm pretty sure you have other stuff that you do as well. I just wanted to just clarify what they are, so if people do want to jump over to the website, and they'll have a bit of an understanding of which one is best for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So for our most popular package, so we do social media ads. So Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube. And then we also do Amazon EBC content. So with the social media ads, we call it the viral video ad. That's like your elevator pitch. That's your 30-second, jam-packed action video. And we also do product reviews. So product reviews, having actor, talk about your product, the features and benefits, their personal experience with it. And we have different styles of these. We have like the professional commercial style, or we have like a vlogger style where, they're in front of their room, and we make this look legit in our warehouse. You can't tell the difference. And we do our Amazon product reviews as well. So that's a different kind of style in terms of, we try to represent the brand more so and make it really, really professional. And we also do Amazon commercials. So that's like a full-on commercial. Like there's a voiceover. It's very well produced. It's very clean. And then in between, we do lifestyle photography, photos, HD product, like white background photos, testimonials. And let me think. We do like upsell, downsell videos if you're trying to create a big funnel. So we have a package that includes all of that. We do unboxing. And so we're constantly trying to add new types of videos that people aren't aware of, and showcase how you can implement that into your business so you can make more ROI, really, because these assets are so valuable. A lot of people don't realize how valuable they are and can't find a way to get their hands on it without doing it themselves. So we really want to bridge that gap for a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I know how hard it is to create content, and especially ads as well. It's extremely hard to do that if you don't know what you're doing. And even if you do know what you're doing, then someone's going to know how to do it better, right? You guys are going to know how to do it better. I think it's really cool what you said about the one-time offers and things like that, the upsell videos. Those, people can have even a 10% extra conversion rate can completely turn around someone's profitability.
Absolutely.
It can be really influential. And all the Amazon enhanced brand content and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure in the US, maybe it's rolled out completely. In the UK, guys, it's only a beta test. I don't know if it's a beta test in the US, but we are unfortunately don't get things at the same time as the US over here. Only some people have the video content in listings, but that's a great way. So if you do have that, then it's a great way to, again, have more conversions, have a higher purchase rate.
Absolutely.
Video is so important and influential. So getting it done by the right people that know what they're doing, know how to convert someone that's basically cold leads, is so important. Is there anything else you kind of want to add? Any kind of tips that maybe I've kind of haven't asked you about that you think are really important before we finish up?
Yeah, I think one last thing I'll say is, some people who don't have the budget to afford a video, don't let that stop you, because it doesn't mean you need a professional quality video to make money, to make sales, to grow your business, right? This thing right here is the most valuable tool of your life. And to be honest, a lot of the videos that work the best are usually shot in this format, right? User-generated content, this is your best friend. And if you're afraid of editing, jump on a 30-minute Premiere Pro tutorial and learn how to cut footage together, and just follow the principles. Really, that's what matters, is know that this is an attention game, and what you're trying to do is really try to persuade someone that your benefit is amazing and it does what it says it's going to do, right? And you can do that in multiple different ways, but be creative and learn the craft yourself, because then you're able to assess whether a video ad is good or not. And also, there's ads everywhere, right? So you can learn from them. You can take experience from that and apply it to your own product. And that's what I want to see people doing more of, is getting creative and getting their hands dirty in that video process, because don't limit yourself to budget. I think when we got started, we didn't really have anything, and we had a camera, but we had to learn everything ourselves, really, from building this entire company. I didn't know anything about production, to be honest. So, but now we do, and it just takes time and practice, but with practice makes progress. And once you're able to look back a few months later, you're like, wow, I actually can do a lot of these things. So yeah, that's my advice to people who are just starting out.
That's a really good tip. And I guess that's really around, just, if you don't have the resources, just have resourcefulness, and then work towards how you can, then eventually you can hire people to do it for you, so you can focus on other things. But yeah, like you said, understanding what works and trying to figure it out yourself is a great way to learn, right? That's incredible. I've really enjoyed speaking with you today. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I'll let you get back to it. It's quite early in the morning for you.
I'm already an hour in my day, so I'm good.
Yeah. So if people want to get a viral video ad, they want to work with you guys, what's the best way to find you?
Either shoot us an email, info@EcomVids. Our team will get to you right away. Or you can just buy a video straight from our website. You can see all of our pricing there. We're very, very transparent about our process. And yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out, schedule a call. We'll be happy to discuss.
Wicked, that's amazing. Guys, can't recommend these guys enough. I'm just so incredibly pleased with not only your business model, the way that you actually just conduct business, but also the process and the actual outcome. I'm so glad that I've been able to work with you, and I must thank you for that as well. Make sure, guys, if you do want to check them out, I'll leave the email down there. I'll leave the website down there. I'll also put your Instagram and stuff like that, because you've got some cool pictures on your Instagram and videos on your Instagram, like going through your warehouse and stuff like that. So check them out. And then if it ever comes that you need to hire these guys, just go in there, and you'll be taken care of. So yeah, thank you again, Jon. And thank you for spending your time with us today.
Appreciate it, Jonny, and thank you so much for having me again. It was an absolute pleasure, and look forward to making more.
Right, guys, that was Jon from EcomVids. Now, if you have waited around for the end for the ad, let's roll that right now.
I stay hydrated all day, and it's all thanks to Hydro Fuel.
that's it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed that video. A ton of value from Jon, and it's definitely go and work with him if you want to have this done for you. The hydrofuel ad that we did was incredible. When I saw it, I absolutely loved it. So if you do want to work with them, their link is going to be down in the description. Smash the like button if you do like this video. Leave a comment or any questions you do have down below, and of course make sure you're subscribed with those notifications turned on. And remember, guys, you're just one product away.